Hi guys, Lee here from Trading College with your weekly look at the markets, seeing what's setting up in the FX and the indices and all of the markets basically. Let's take a little look at the DAX. Last week's video we were talking about this big head and shoulders pattern on the DAX. And being this Monday morning, the 25th, yep, I've got that right, we have got the now short side trade taking place. Now, we had a trend predictor. So this trend predictor about 4 sessions ago gave us a heads up that we could see some down price action. With the head and shoulder formation as well on the German DAX, we were looking to get short, okay? And we're finally getting this big drop down that we're seeing still in the European session, but we may spill over into the US session. But if we confirm with this big red candlestick, you can see how it's trading here. The price is trading right at the lows of the candlestick. At the moment, no buyers are stepping in. We shall see. I mean, it's early days really yet, especially in this earnings week. So we've got this red PTS. Now, if we get this red PTS confirmed, then I'll be looking to set up short trades. Now, I've already taken some short trades on the trend predictor short. We'll see whether we can get further downside. I think we have. I think we've got potential to get all the way down to target 2 here at 12,989. Now, what's really interesting here today is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We're also making a bit of a high formation. We've got a double top setting up here. Storyteller's given us divergence as well, and we've got a white PTS. Now, if we can close with a red PTS, the white means that there's no volume in this move. But if we can close with a red PTS, we're going to see targets 30,320, possibly down to 29,553. So it's the first time in quite a while we're seeing a little bit of selling pressure. We're certainly seeing the selling pressure in the European indexes. But if you look at the NASDAQ here, it continues to be really strong indeed. We're sitting around 13,500, which is this big round number. Everything seems quite bullish. PTS green on the upside. The only thing I would say about the NASDAQ that it's just so extended. It's ridiculously extended. If you look at the monthly chart here, you can see where we had pro-trend system buys here. But if you take this 8-period moving average, which is the exponential moving average, which is this first line, then you can see it's actually starting to get away from the actual short-term moving average. And when price gets away, it has to snap back and revert back to the mean. I feel like it's happening on the monthly chart. You can see the gap here in between the candlestick and the moving averages. It is certainly starting to move away from that moving average, and we certainly could see a kickback to that moving average and the reversion to the mean. So looking at the German DAX, this is the monthly chart. Now, we had a PTS buy here, but we've got this great big formation that's set up on the monthly. And if we draw a trend line here, we've just poked above the end of that trend line. And sometimes when you get a reversal, it does happen with a spike through a high, and then it's rejected and pushed back inside that trend line or channel or triangle pattern. So there is a key here. We may get, if we stay below the monthly trend line here, close in below that trend line, then the daily chart could really end up being a fabulous short signal here. Okay, so we're already starting to look for short trades. We're already short this market on one position. If we start to drop more, get the confirmed PTS, then we'll certainly add to this short side trade, because I think we could, when you're doing a head and shoulders a target, you're always looking at the neckline, okay, where we break the neckline here, take the head to that area and then project that same amount. And if we just have a little bit of a guess here, we're talking around 13,200 with a head and shoulders target, which should be around here. Okay, guys, that's the amount of points movement from the head to the neckline. All right, so we should see much further downside if we get this red PTS. Now, gold has started to liven itself up, because you can see here we've had a green PTS already, and momentum is starting to accelerate a little bit. It's not a great big candlestick, but watch out, guys. If we can break below or break above this trend line, we can start to see gold push even higher here. We'll have 1922, and back up to 2,000 again. So watch gold's close tonight, being Monday evening. Let's see if it closes bullish, because if it does, and we start to see stocks have a little bit of a move down, we might see a flight to safety in gold, and we'll start to see this market push completely up finally, because it's been so slow. If you look at the weekly chart, we're still in this white scenario, which means we're slow and sideways. Nothing much is going on. So really this Monday, the key is risk off the table potential, not just for one day, maybe for a few weeks, and we may see this DAX pushing lower. If I was, I'm in no stocks to the long side anymore. Since last week, I've just been starting to get out of my positions and taking some profits in stocks. I think it's a good idea, just to maybe have a little look to see if you need to lighten up if you are long the stock markets, okay? Because today we're starting to see a little bit of a correction. Ftse 100, let's have a little look at the daily on the Ftse. That's rolled over. Nice trend predictor sell off here. Red arrow means it's going to come down. We've got this downward move, and we're coming into a bit of support here, which is the 6,600 on the Ftse 100. The euro, we looked at that the last few weeks. The euro yen, we'll update you on that one as well, guys. The euro dollar here sideways. This is great. When we get a sideways market like this, we're sort of pinching with this triangle, we're sort of pinching to the apex here. We're going to get a move in one direction or the other. Now, if we turn red here, this will then give us a lower high, and then we're going to see more downside. All right, so watching the euro dollar for its next move. I think that is getting ready to go on another move. So I'm watching that. We shorted that a few weeks ago. And the euro yen had a nice sell-off on our red PTS. That was a nice profit. And now that is also just sitting there waiting for its next move. I'm expecting euro downward price action. All right, just looking at the radar over here, and if there's anything else. So my focus is on gold, the euro dollar, the DAX, and I want to keep my eye on that NASDAQ, because if that starts to sell off, we'll have all the stock indexes going together. At the moment, the NASDAQ is still very, very bullish, but if we can see some selling pressure on the NASDAQ, then the rest of the stock markets will be all moving together, which will then see a bigger move to the downside. All right, watching everything today. We've got a bit of a pro-trend system on the VIX as well. That's pointing up, which also means volatility could increase. It's a warning sign, guys. Just be careful, don't get caught out on this, all right? Don't forget, I am doing this Wednesday. It's a complete beginners Learn to Trade live event. Make sure you register on our website. And also make sure you click the thumbs up on this YouTube video if you like the video. And also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, when you get these updates coming out, you will know straight away. Speak to you soon. Have a great rest of the trading week.